Let's go ahead and add a layer style to the Island Paradise layer. So making sure that that's selected, double click to bring up layer styles. We're going to go ahead and add a drop shadow. Click drop shadow right here and highlight it to see its settings. We're going to go ahead and we're going to change this to multiply, which was already on. We're going to make sure use global light is set. Let's change the opacity to 75. And you'll notice while I make changes that you're seeing the changes happen right here. That's because I have this preview box selected. Let's go ahead and change the angle. Well, it's already set to 78, so that's good. Let's change the distance to 5, the spread to 30, and the size to 10. See how it was affecting it down here? Now we have a really nice drop shadow. Click OK after you make these settings. Now let's go ahead and let's add the same effect to our Hawaii layer. To do this, both the layers must be visible. You're going to click on the FX on the Island Paradise layer, press Option on your keyboard, click and drag up to the Hawaii layer. When you let go, it will instantly apply those layers. Pretty neat, huh? Another way that you can do that, I press Ctrl Z to undo that, is you can always right click on a layer that has effects, and you can go to Copy Layer Style, right click on the layer that you want to copy the style to, and go down to Paste Layer Style. Either one of those will do. We're going to go ahead and open up the Layer Styles panel for the Hawaii layer. I double clicked in this area to open this. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to add another stroke. I clicked it to activate it and I highlight it to see my options. For the size, 5 will do. The book has it set to 4, so 4 or 5. Instead of inside, we're going to affect the outside. You can see that's changing it already. Opacity, let's leave at 100. And for the color, you click right here. It brings up the color picker again, and you can choose a color. The book has a green again. If I hover off of the color picker, I'll get the eyedropper tool and I can select a color from my canvas. See how that's changing based on where I click? So if I really want to match this green, I can do so by clicking it, and I am going to match it. So I'm satisfied with that color. I'm going to press OK. I like these settings. They're pretty good. So I'm going to press OK to approve that as well. Let's go ahead and add a couple more layer styles to other layers. I'm going to click on Flower, again double clicking in this area to bring up the layer styles. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick Drop Shadow again. Click the box to activate it, highlight it to bring up the options. And in here, I'm going to go ahead and leave the blend mode to apply. I'm going to bring the opacity down to 60. I'm going to move this so that we can see what we're looking at a little bit in our preview. This distance is set to 13 in the book. See how that shadow moved? The spread is at 9. And I think that's good. Let's make sure that our use global lighting on. Use global lighting, guys, just means that the lighting, the direction, will be consistent throughout all my styles. So that way I'm not getting a weird shadow coming from the opposite way over here. It all is consistent. It makes it more believable. Another style that I want to add to the flower layer is satin. So I'm going to check the box and click to highlight it. Now that I have satin selected, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick a color by clicking on this black box. And I want to sample something from this flower already, so that way it complements it. It's like a fuchsia. Press OK. Let's change the opacity down a little bit to 20. It's not so dramatic. So about 20. And the distance I'm going to change to 22. That kind of creates like a highlight on the flower to complement our shadow. There we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and press OK on that.